This is a standard framing air framing nailer. The air fitting, the air hose hooks on here. You got your trigger here. This is where the nails come out. Very simple to load. You take this long spring here and you bring it, it's usually up here somewhere, you pull it all the way back until it clips in place, and then you just load the racks of nails in here until they come back to about here someplace. Take this lever and this lever, pinch them together and let them go, and it the spring will snap up into place, and as you shoot the nails, the spring will keep pulling the nails up until they're all gone and you need to replace them again. So there's this type of framing nailer takes several different sizes of nails, but primarily you use a 3-inch framing nail or a 2.5-inch nail. Usually these you actually use for framing, nailing your walls together, putting your headers in, all the framing components. When you get to applying the plywood, you'll step it down to a 2.5-inch nail. That you can nail it with these, but it's way overkill for putting plywood onto the framing. So basically they all go in the same way. Just stick them in the slot there and let the spring go up. Same similar picture. This is the safety on the end. What that is a close-up of this area down here. It's a safety, and you can see that it's spring-loaded here, and what it does is it compresses back to what would be the right-hand direction here. As you press it into the wood, this collar on the outside slides back this way, and that releases it to allow the nail to come out. Otherwise, if that's not depressed, the nail won't shoot. So here you can see with the safety extended, and you can have your finger on the trigger. Obviously don't have your hand behind here anywhere, because if it goes through the wood, it will go through your hand, and I have had one of those long framing nails sticking out of my hand before. Not fun. So if you watch how this little gap here up against the stop is about a little more than 1/8 of an inch. When you press it against the wood, now that's up tight, and if you pull the trigger, then it will actually shoot the nail out here. And most of them, including this one that I have, if you hold the trigger down and you press this against the wood, it's going to shoot a nail. So instead of having to keep pulling the trigger like you would on a firearm, you just hold the trigger down, and every time you press it against the wood, a nail is going to come out. So you can do it by that method or by pulling it in a single fire. When you're really trying to frame fast, you just hold the trigger down and press, and makes the nails come up quicker. This is, Peter, what you don't want to be looking at. You never, ever want to see that. This is the front where the nail comes out. So that's the back body, so it's facing towards you. If there is an air hose connected to this, you never want to see this picture. If you go on YouTube and some of those places, you'll see pictures of a guy with about 17 nails in his head. How that worked out, I have no clue. But it's an x-ray of a guy that has several of these air nails in his head. I don't know how he ever did that, but anyway. So anyway, safety-wise, if you get a nail that's jammed in here or something like that, always don't look in that direction. Don't point it towards your face or your body, ever, as long as it's connected to an air hose. And it's best if you get a real jam in there to have somebody who knows how to work on them to take care of that for you.